Well, you can't expect to win them all.
You know, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, it's just quick play after all. I mean, I shouldn't let this one get to me. I mean, I'll just queue up for another one and then... Anyone else feel like adding an insightful commentary? Mantis, otherwise known as... Wait, really? It's just Mantis? Oh well. Yet another strategist in this game, and so far the only character to give me an aneurysm while I was playing them. I'm gonna try to keep the complaining to a minimum, but if you thought I complained a lot during the Adam video, then buckle up, soldier, because we're in for a wild ride. The reason for this is because, much like Adam and Ultron, Mantis is an off-healer, which means that in order for you to do well as Mantis, you actually have to be able to hit your shots. And, much like in the Adam video, I think we already know how good my aim is. Which is where my experience with this character comes in, because the only way that I feel like I can describe how it feels to play Mantis is frustrating. And I don't mean the cloak and dagger kind of frustrating where it feels like I'm working a goddamn 9 to 5, more on that in a later video. I mean the kind of frustrating where I am the only competent person on my team. Seriously, how do I have more healing than you? I'm an off-healer, and you're a cloak and dagger! Sorry, I've lost a lot of games as Mantis. Now this isn't to say that every game as Mantis is like this. I mean, I've had games where indeed my anger was in fact very healthy. Not for the other team. And let me tell you, when you play as Mantis and you get that MVP screen, you are damn right I deserve that MVP screen. I'm the GOAT! Yeah, much like with Thor, it is extremely easy to let your ego go to your head whenever you're doing well as Mantis. But there's a very big difference between believing you are the divine god of thundering pillow pecks and the goddamn homelander of Marvel rivals.
You people should be thanking Christ that I am who and what I am because you need me. You need me to save you. I am the only one who possibly can. You're not the real heroes. I'm the real hero.
However, there is also the other side of this coin where the ego is right where it needs to be, since half the time in a game, the only thing you feel is panic. But of course the panic comes free with your off heal, since half the time my focus is split between having to keep my tanks alive and making sure that I survive this dive encounter. Yeah, the second part doesn't happen a lot of the time. You see, the way Mantis's healing works is that when you branch out your healing to your team, it sends an initial chunk of feel-good vibes to their system before letting the beat mellow them out over time. This, in turn, will also heal you over time, since good vibes are a two-way frequency. However, it is extremely important to note that this self-healing is like Ultron's drone. It is not a sustainable form of healing for you, which is why Mantis is actually able to consume the spinach that Popeye eats. In doing so, you are able to beef yourself up for a short period of time and heal yourself in the process. This, in turn, will give you a better chance at surviving that dive attack from the enemy team. Okay, I said a better chance. I didn't say you were gonna survive. That is where her most annoying ability comes into play. Mantis' sleep token. Hi? No. I'll listen to you later. Mantis' sleep token is by far my favorite ability in her kit, because you have no idea how good it feels to put someone to sleep before you put them to sleep. Now, I'm fairly certain that I've caused several dive mains to absolutely seethe with anger as I mess up their combos before putting them in the forever sleep. I mean, just look at how peacefully vulnerable they look as I line up this shot. I mean, look at how peaceful. Okay, now you're just being mean editing me. Thank you. Now I think the best way to use this ability is to mess with Spider-Man mains. It's so funny. I must confess, I have only actually succeeded with this twice so far in my entire time playing Mantis. But let me tell you, it has been funny every single time it's happened. Suck it, Spidey! You're not always going to be able to clutch that slumber pill, so in case you run out of options, just remember. Mantis' ultimate is essentially if Captain America and Luna Snow did the fusion dance. Her ult will in fact heal your team, and, as a bonus, give them some extra shielding. Now hold on, don't get too excited, because there are a couple issues with this. Problem numero uno is the fact that there are literal nukes that will try to make your ult useless. You see, this comes as a surprise to literally no one, but Magneto's ult is designed to counter any healer ult. Now the same goes for Iron Man and Namor, but I personally haven't had any issues with Namor's ult while playing as Mantis. Then there's problem numero dos, and that is that it is short as shit. I am not exaggerating when I say that this ultimate feels like it is shorter than every other healer ult. Like, I know that most, if not all of them, last for the same amount of time, but Invisible Woman, Luna Snow, Cloak and Dagger, Ultron, heck, even Captain America's ult lasts longer than this one does. Even I last longer than this ult does. 9 seconds ain't so bad now, is it, Nessie? I think the funniest part about playing the empath is that you are the least empathetic person whenever you're playing this character, winning or losing. Now, it doesn't help that if you are in fact losing, it doesn't matter if one of your DPS is just feeding the enemy team the entire match. It is your fault because you weren't doing enough healing. It is your fault that you were getting dived on the entire match and no one was helping you. It is your fault for playing this character. Now look, I can't speak for all Mantis players, but I'm going to speak for the ones that need to hear this. Do not take what your team says to heart. It is not your fault that you lost. I know you were just trying your best out there, okay? And it can feel tough sometimes, but you just have to keep trying. You'll get better. Sure, you'll lose a few games, but that just makes the wins so much more sweeter. So no matter how many games you lose, just keep on trying, because you never know when your team is going to need a Mantis that does better than a "Are you kidding me again?" Now thank you all for watching. As a reminder, these are all just jokes and are in no way meant to portray all Mantis players. This was in fact just my experience while playing this character. And if you've gotten a chance to play as her, then let me know how your experience was in the comments below. And since you're down there anyway, why not give me some recommendations on who you want to see a video on next? Otherwise I resort to gambling. No, that isn't a joke, I actually have the wheel right here. As a second reminder, these videos will in fact take time because I want to get the character to bare minimum Lord status, since the proficiency has changed. And don't be surprised if it takes a little longer, because I'm busy playing the new hero. Also, one more thing. If you like what I do and you want to see more of me, go check out the main channel, Cryptids React, where me and a couple friends watch anime together. We really appreciate all the support you guys show us. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Latest.